This is a Squiz Kids podcast. Your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you.
They're cuter, fluffier and friendlier. Humans have been creating them for thousands of years, and some even glow in the dark. This is your Squiz Kids Shortcut to Designer Pets, the podcast where we dive into the who, what, where, when, why and how of the big news stories. I'm Christy Kijarina.
And I'm Bryce Corbett.
Oh, hey Bryce, what's that you're drawing? Is that a lion with butterfly wings?
Yep, it's my dream pet. It's got the roar of a lion, but it flutters like a butterfly. I call it the Liofly. Pretty cool, huh?
Wow, very creative, Bryce. But that's actually got me thinking about real-life designer pets. Did you know that humans have been shaping animals for thousands of years to create our perfect companions?
Wait, like turning wolves into chihuahuas or making cats less scratchy?
Exactly. And today we're going to unpack all of that.
Yep, that's right. Today we're digging into the fascinating world of designer pets to take you through what they are, how humans create them, and why we need to think carefully before getting one. So, grab your pet's lead, give them a cuddle, and get ready, because here we go.
And listen carefully, there's a quiz at the end.
What?
So Bryce, what do you think were the very first pets?
Let's see, maybe dinosaurs? Imagine taking a T-Rex for a walk.
Sit down.
That would be pretty cool, but not quite.
Huh.
They were actually wolves.
Oh.
So around 15,000 years ago, humans tamed friendly wolves to help them with hunting and protection.
Wow.
And over time, those wolves turned into the dogs we know today.
So humans saw wolves and thought, hey, let's turn those sharp-toothed hunters into cuddly Labradors?
Pretty much. Humans noticed which wolves were calm and more friendly, then bred those ones together.
Oh.
And over many generations, their puppies became more like pets and less like wild animals.
Wow. And what about cats? Were they like ancient mouse-catching ninjas?
Spot on! Wild cats were kept to protect food supplies from pests, but the ones that were friendly and liked humans, they ended up being kept as pets.
And now we have ragdoll cats that flop around like cuddly toys. Genius.
Exactly. And today we call pets like that designer pets because they're bred to have specific traits that humans prefer. Like Labradoodles that don't make you sneeze and itch. Pups that fit into teacups.
What?
Yeah. And ragdoll cats that will love you rather than hiss at you like my cats do.
Wow, we have come a long way from wolves and wildcats to lapdogs and ragdolls. But, Christy, how have humans created these designer pets? Is there some kind of magic involved?
How?
There's no magic involved in creating designer pets, Bryce. Just something called selective breeding.
Right.
It's kind of like when you mix paint together to get the perfect colour.
Oh, yeah.
Humans choose animals with traits that they like being friendly or being fluffy, and they breed them together. And over time, these traits get passed down to their babies.
So, if I wanted a dog with super long ears, I'd just find two long-eared dogs and play matchmaker, right?
Yeah, that's right. And it's been used to create all sorts of pets. You've seen pugs, right?
Yeah.
They have their adorable wrinkly faces and their small size. Well, they were bred to be great companions.
Ah, yes, the ultimate couch potato dog. Perfect for snuggling and snoozing.
And then there are huskies. They're strong, energetic, and bred for pulling those sleds in icy conditions.
And for looking absolutely majestic while doing it. Seriously, those eyes.
Yeah, and it's not just pets either. Farmers have used selective breeding to create cows that produce lots of milk and sheep with extra soft, fluffy wool.
So basically, humans have been playing matchmaker for animals for thousands of years. It's all about picking and choosing the best traits, like building your dream pet.
Exactly. But here's where the science gets even cooler. These days, scientists can use genetics to create pets with very specific traits, like those hypoallergenic pets for people with allergies. And get this, even glow-in-the-dark fish using jellyfish genes.
Glow-in-the-dark fish. That sounds awesome. But wait, doesn't cloning come into all of this too?
Yeah, it sure does. So way back in 1996, scientists cloned the first mammal. She was a sheep named Dolly. Cloning is when scientists take DNA from one animal and use it to create an identical copy. Imagine if your pet passed away and you could have an identical version of them.
Whoa, so cloning is like pressing Control-C and Control-V on your pet.
Kind of, but it's not as simple as it sounds. There are lots of questions about whether it's a good idea or not.
But if designer pets are so cool, why shouldn't everyone just have one?
Why?
Bryce, there are lots of positives to designer pets, but there are also some challenges too. How about we start off with the good stuff?
Okay.
Designer pets can actually be healthier because they're bred to avoid certain genetic diseases.
So we could avoid some of the problems and diseases that some pets get. That sounds good to me.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? And they're often bred to be amazing companions, like therapy dogs that help people feel calm, or guide dogs that assist people who are blind or vision impaired.
Now that is impressive. A pet that's not just a best friend, but also a life-changing helper. So far, so good. So, what's the catch though?
Here's the tricky bit. While designer pets can have benefits, some can also have serious health problems.
Oh dear, that doesn't sound good. Like what?
Well, take those flat-faced dogs like pugs.
Yeah.
They might look adorable, but because of the way they've been bred, many of them actually struggle to breathe properly.
Oh, imagine running around the park and feeling out of breath all the time. That's no fun.
And then there are the big ethical questions, like just because we can change animals, does that mean we should?
Oh, that's pretty deep. I mean, I'd love a glow-in-the-dark guinea pig, but is that fair to guinea pigs, I wonder?
That's the big question. And what about cloning? If you cloned your dog, Louie, would Louie too really be the same as the original?
Oh, good question. I mean, he'd look the same, but I guess he wouldn't have the same memories that Louie and I share, would he?
Yeah, that's exactly why scientists and pet lovers are still debating whether cloning and designer pets are really the best idea for animals.
They're such big questions for such little animals.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's important to think about the pet's needs before getting one. It's not just about how they look, it's about loving and caring for them properly.
Being a good pet owner isn't about picking the fanciest breed, of course. It's about giving them the best life possible, no matter what breed that is.
Time for the quiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. What mammal was the first animal to be cloned? That's right, it was a sheep, and her name was Dolly.
Question number 2. What's the name of a cat breed known for being super cuddly and relaxed? Did you say ragdolls? Well done, you.
Question number 3, bit of a tricky one. What is my dream pet? You might remember I was drawing it right back at the beginning of the podcast. A combination of 2 unlikely animals. Well done if you said liofly. Combination between a lion and a butterfly.
Sounds amazing. But that's all we have time for today. Thanks for joining us as we explored the who, what, where, when, why, and how of designer pets. Teachers, there are a whole heap of excellent classroom resources related to this topic on the Squiz Kids website, and there's a link to them in the episode notes.
And as we say in every shortcut, now get out there and have a most excellent day.
Over and out.